Today's forecast is of Barrell Craft Spirits' latest bourbon release, batch number 36. And in this video, I'm going to rate and review it on my brand new rating scale called the Lightning Counter, which I unveiled in the latest bourbon release, which you can check out in that link right there. The Lightning Counter is a rating scale comprised of 5 separate components, all of equal weight and value. That is the nose, the flavor, the finish, the mouthfeel, and the value of the bourbon. That rating scale is a 10-point rating scale, which I will judge across all different bourbons from here on out to have a more uniform score. Welcome in, everybody. I am Brandon, and you have stormed into the Whiskey Weather YouTube channel, where it's always whiskey weather. And today's forecast, as I mentioned, is Barrell Craft Spirits batch number 36. Barrell has been putting out some very great releases here over the last several years and seemingly continue to put out bangers. Now, today, a couple of different things with the bottle. First off, I'm going to try to make this the fastest review I've done so far to help save some of your time. And if you're enjoying that, please don't forget to smash the like button and share this video with your friends to help spread this channel, as I'm hoping to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Something different with this batch from Barrell is they have changed up the label. For the first time ever, they've changed up what the label looks like and what they're including in on the label. In the past, it was a little just more handwritten. This time we've got bigger, bolder lettering as well as bigger, bolder numbers so you can see the batch number right away. On top of that, they're also including not only the states of where the whiskey's coming from in the blend, but the years. And for this one, it says Kentucky, they have a 9-year bourbon, Indiana, 7.5, 8, and a 10-year bourbon, and Tennessee, they included 8-year and 15-year-old bourbon whiskeys that all come out to proof of 114.4. So theoretically, this is a 7.5-year bourbon because that is the youngest on the bottle, but it is comprised from anywhere from 7.5 all the way to 15. Also on the bottle, that they didn't have last time, on the back, is they have the derived mash bill, which they haven't done in the past before. That is, after blending it all together, this is what that mash bill is derived to be. And this batch 36 comes in at 79% corn, 16% rye, and 5% malted barley. I really enjoy what Barrell Craft Spirits has been putting out, and I'll tell you what, at the Kentucky Bourbon Fest, they were probably the most popular tent, more so because of their seagrass slushies, but also because they're putting out some really good stuff. They have a great chance to buy some bottles there and try and sample very rare Barrell Craft Spirits bottles. So if you want to check that out, I've got links in the description for the Kentucky Bourbon Fest tickets if you want to come join me in the middle of September. So let's dive right into the whiskey. Right off the bat, the nose itself, I get a sawdust note right off the top. A little bit of cherry. That oak is really strong. It's not too sweet of a nose. And I go left to right on the nostril. There's a little bit of chocolate or fig in it. It's not dusty as in old. It's dusty as in like sawdust is like the first thing that comes to my mind. A little bit of that leather coming through. I wouldn't say the fruit is terribly overpowering. There's some you got to pull from it, but overall, my nose score, 1.4 out of 2. Okay, let's dive in on the palate. Okay. Because it's not too sweet. There's a lot of flavor though. Caramels, the oak, very present. Some of that cinnamon. There's the peppery part of that. What was it? A 19%, 16% rye. So there's a little bit of that rye pepperiness, but it's not overpowering. Flavor is very full. I mentioned chocolate. There's a little bit of that leather. Some of that classic bourbon, but not the sweet classic bourbon you're looking for. More so that leathery cinnamon type of the bourbon if you're looking for that average bourbon pour. If you're looking for sweetness, probably not going to find it with this. There is a little sweet component, but I wouldn't say it's overly sweet. The finish is still talking to me though. It's been a little bit since I took a sip, and we're still getting talks, and still getting it to talk to me. Got a nice Kentucky hug at 114 proof. That's pretty close to what Barrel Vantage came in at, or at least batch 1 of Barrel Vantage. Flavor score, gonna go to 1.5. Would hope for a little bit more sweetness. Still very good, very tasty. I enjoy this pour. As far as the next component, the finish, boy, it's still talking to me. It's a long finish. I got notes of that pepper, but also a little bit of cinnamon. Very, very tasty. I think of the 3 so far, I'm going the highest with the finish. It's a 1.6 on a finish for me. Very solid finish. And the mouthfeel, that would be the next component. Man, that is a very good mouthfeel. It's oily. Let me go in one more time. Yeah. Man, the mouthfeel is fantastic. You get that buttery oil, it coats the entire mouth. You get flavor. It's packed full of flavor, especially with the mouthfeel coating the entire mouth. That's probably the best component so far for me, 1.7. So we've got 1.4 on the nose. That's the one critic I'll have out of this, is I think the nose is lacking a little bit, but overall, it is a very solid bourbon. So now we go to the value, and that is where we come in with the price point of this at $84.99 on their website for an MSRP. I believe you can get it off the seal box at $89.99. I've got a link on the website in my description of this video if you want to check it out, or if you want to check out my new Whiskey Weather Glencairns. So the value, $84.99. That's high up there, but we're talking 7.5-year-old bourbons, 8s, 10s, and up to 15-year-old bourbons. So you're getting about that value for it when it comes to the age. But when you take the flavoring and what you're getting out of it, I think it's a pretty good value for what you're getting from paying $85 for this. I'm going to put that value at about 1.5. So all in all, the forecast on this, we're going with a lightning counter score of 7.7 out of 10. That puts it right into the very good category, very close to being a great bottle. My final forecast would say if you had a chance to buy this, I would go for it. If you're one of those who's trying to look for it at a bar or find a pour of it before you buy it, I totally understand that, but I do think that this would be a great one to find, or at least go out and hunt for here over the next couple of weeks. It should be available nationwide, I believe, and if not, you should be able to find it in the link in the description below. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button below. I'm almost to 3,500 subscribers. Would love to hit the mark of 5,000 as we get towards September. If you did enjoy this video, also don't forget to share it with your friends and hit that like button below. And I do want to thank the folks over at Barrell Craft Spirits for sending the sample of batch 36 my way. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, please don't forget to share this video with your friends. And if you did enjoy it, you're probably going to enjoy a few more of my bourbon videos, which you can find on the top right of your screen. As I end every video, it is always whiskey weather. Just please drink responsibly. We'll see you in the next video, my friends. Cheers.